My friends, hello. A few years ago, I took a lot of time to really think about why do I feel the way I feel about some things. And I wanted to really start to process myself and how I behave and how I feel and why I feel these things and all this stuff. And one of the things that I found was I had read about our behavior and our emotions and different ways that we can control them and behave the way that we want to. And what was interesting was there was a recommendation to really analyze the feelings that you experience the most, and so they were positive and negative, but it was really what are the feelings that you feel the most. And so for yourself, you can even do this right now. It's pretty simple. You just basically you write down what are the top feelings that come to mind for you, and so they could be happy, angry, excited, or upset, or whatever. They could be anything that any type of feeling that you have, joyful, whatever. And so for me, I started to think about it, and I was finding that as I did this, the emotions that I experienced most frequently tended to be around excitement, and annoyance, and feeling focused. And what was interesting was there's a second component to this. It's what is the language that you most consistently use? And almost invariably, the language you use and the emotions you most frequently experience are connected. So I have a person in my life that I care a lot about, and this individual is constantly saying things like, I'm so frustrated about this, or I'm so angry about this, or I'm so whatever, whatever, whatever. And it's interesting is this person's frustrated and angry a lot, but they're constantly saying I'm frustrated and I'm angry. So of course you're going to feel frustrated and angry. So if you change it to instead, I'm curious about this, or I'm confused about this, or I'm trying to understand this, or whatever it may be, where you can change the language, it will ultimately have an impact on your emotions. The words we use most frequently impact the emotions that we feel. We are subliminally training ourselves to feel such a way, and you can control it by changing how you speak. If you're thoughtful and intentional, and this is a word that I use a lot, is intentional, which is probably why focus was one of the things that came out for me. If you're thoughtful and intentional about the words that you're using, you can actively control the way that you feel. You have this power. So if you want to be more excited, or more happy, or more joyful, or more purposeful, or more thoughtful, or more curious, or more whatever, start using that word more frequently. Start using that word in place of a negative word, and change the context within your own mind. Instead of being angry or frustrated, change it to something else. And what will happen over time is you will start to feel your emotions shifting towards the way that you want them to feel. And your new baselines will no longer be anger or frustration, but rather curiosity or excitement, or seeking understanding, and all these things. You have this power. You choose for yourself the things that you think and the things that you say, and you have the ability to retrain your brain on the subliminal component by being thoughtful and intentional about the words that you use. You can do this, and you can feel however you want by choosing the words that you use.